many-to-many relationships might sound complicated, but today I'm going to show you they are easier than you think. So welcome back to the NestJS Full Course. This is Sakura Dev channel, and today we are going to talk about the many-to-many relationships and how we can create them with TypeORM in our NestJS application. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's start with this simple example. Let's say we have a student table and also a course table. Each student can enroll in multiple courses in the same time. And also each course can have multiple students enrolled in it. So this is going to be a many-to-many relationships. In other words, each records inside the student table can be associated with multiple records inside the course table and vice versa. It means that each records inside the course table can be associated with multiple records inside the student table as well. So in a nutshell, in many-to-many relationship scenario, we have two tables and a single records inside one table can be associated with multiple records inside the other tables and vice versa. Alright, but the question here is that how we can implement such a relationships. In relational databases, we cannot implement a many-to-many relationships directly between two tables. Instead, we are going to create a join table which sits between our two main tables, and then each of these two main tables should have a one-to-many relationship to that joint table. As you can see here, the student table has a one-to-many relationship with our joint table, and also the courses table has a one-to-many relationship to the joint table. So this is the way that we can implement a many-to-many relationship between two tables in our database. So now let's extend this concept to our real estate application. So for simplicity, instead of this complex schema here, I just created a simple schema. Here we have just user table and also property table. So as you can see, we have just user table and property table inside this schema. In this scenario, each user can like multiple properties. So obviously each property can be liked by multiple users. So this is going to be a many-to-many relationship. Now we need to create a join table, which I'm going to call it user liked property. And then both of these two tables have a one-to-many relationship to this joint table. So now let's see how we can create a many-to-many relationship with TypeORM in our NestJS application. The good news here is that with TypeORM, we don't need to explicitly define this table in our database schema. We can directly have a many-to-many relationship between these two entities, and TypeORM under the hood creates this join table for us in our database. So now let's go to our NestJS project and see how we can create this type of relationship with TypeORM. Okay, I open up our NestJS project, and here, as you can see, we already have the property and user entities. So we don't need to create them from scratch. I just go to the user entity, and here, as you can see, we already have a one-to-many relationship with the property entity. That's okay. We can also have a many-to-many relationship to the property entity in addition to this one-to-many relationship to the property entity that we already have inside our database schema. That's okay, and there is no conflict between these two relationships. Okay, now here in the user entity, we're going to have another field, which I'm going to call it liked properties. Okay, and then its type is going to be a list of property entity. Okay, and then we need to mark it with many-to-many decorator. So here I'm going to use many-to-many decorator, which comes from the TypeORM. And then here, just like the one-to-many decorator, we need to define the target callback. So we're going to pass a callback that needs to return the target side of this relationship, which is going to be property entity. We can have the reverse side callback. So it takes a instance of the target entity, which is property. So it's just an instance of this target entity class. We can name it whatever we want, but its type is going to be of target entity, which in this case is property. Okay, and here we just need to return the field that refers to this entity, which in this type is going to be the liked by column, which we haven't created yet. So we just need to create this field inside the property entity. So we're going to go to the property entity, And here we're going to create another field. It is going to be liked by, and its type is going to be a list of user entities. And then we need to mark it with the add many to many. And just like the previous one, we just need to pass the target callback, which returns the other side of the relationship, which in this case is the user entity. And also we can specify the reverse side callback. It takes a instance of the target entity, and then it returns the field inside the target entity that refers to this entity in this many-to-many relationship, and it is going to be liked properties. Okay, we're almost done here. We just need to specify a join table in one side of our relationship. Actually, you must put the join table on the owning side of this relationship. So the owning side of this relationship is the user entity. The user have a list of its liked properties. Although it doesn't need to be exactly on the user side, you can put it inside the property entity, but based on this logic, it is more appropriate to put it inside the user entity. But as I said, you can just put it inside the property entity. Okay, it's up to you to decide which side of this relationship owns the relationship. So here in the user entity, after the many-to-many decorator, we just use the join table, which comes from the TypeORM. And here with this join table, the TypeORM creates a join table which sits between the user table and the property table, and create one-to-many relationship from these two tables to this join table. Okay, you can also pass a configuration object, and inside it we can specify the name of this table, which in this case I'm going to name it user liked properties. It is not necessary to specify a name for the join table. If you don't specify that, the TypeORM just determines the name for your join table, and usually it is going to be a combination of both parent tables, which in this case it should be user properties. But here, if we want to come up with more specific name, we can just pass a configuration object and specify the name for our join table. So let's save this and run our server. Okay, as you can see, it doesn't have any error, which means that our relationship has been created in our database. So let's go to the Neon console, and here inside the tables section of our project, now as you can see, we have a user liked properties, and if I click on that, you can see it has a user ID and also a property ID field inside it. And here these two, user and property, are not actually physical fields. It just shows the associated user, and this one shows just the associated property. So in this way, we have created a join table which sits between the user and property tables for creating a many-to-many relationship between these two tables. So let's add a record inside this table. Here we can just put user2 as like the property 2, okay, and also add another record, user2 like the property 3. And as you can see, now the user2 has associated with multiple properties 2 and 3. And now let's create another user inside our user table. Let's put something random here for the email and avatar, and then let's save the change. So now we have two users in our user table. Let's get back to the user liked properties. Now let's add user3 liked property 3. Okay, let's save the changes. Now the values inside this table shows a perfect many-to-many relationship. User ID 2 is associated with multiple properties 2 and 3, and also property 3 is associated with multiple users, user 2 and user 3. So yeah, this is how we can have a many-to-many relationship between the user and property tables with the help of our join table. And yeah, that's it for this episode. And in the next episode of this NestJS Full Course, we're going to implement complex CRUD operations. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get informed about the next episode. And also, if this video was helpful for you, please hit the like button. Okay, stay tuned for my next video. Bye bye.